Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video will be on this jacket that you guys saw. And if this is the first time of stopping by, hi, nice meeting you for the first time. Please consider subscribing to my channel. So the pattern for this jacket can be used for adults and children as well, because it doesn't have that. Only you have it to do is to insert your measurements where necessary. And let's get into the video. So as you all can already know, I'll be using this fabric for this, and the fabric is about 1 yard, or let's say this depends on how big or small you are. I'm a size 14, and though sometimes I wear 16. So so the first thing I did is to fold my fabric into two, as you can see, and the next thing I'm going to be doing is to mark a straight line, because if you look at the fabric you see that it's not straight. I'll mark a straight line to serve as our starting point, and then from there I am going to go ahead and mark my half length, or wherever you want your jacket to be. If you saw my own, so if you want yours to be longer than that, just increase your measurement. But for me, I just marked at my half length, and then I added 1 inch stitching allowance. Then I'm going to go ahead and mark this line to be more visible. Once I am done with that, I'm going to go ahead and mark half of my shoulder measurement, and then I'm going to add ½ inch stitching allowance to it. So from there, I am going to go ahead and mark this line straight to meet the half length. I was just trying to mark my my armhole measurement, and I remember that we don't need it at this point. So I'm just going to go ahead and mark this 8 inches all the way through, so that by the time I want to connect it, I'll make sure I have a straight line. I'm just using my pin to hold my fabric, so that it doesn't keep moving up and down. So once I am done connecting this line, we are going to go ahead and mark our neckline. And this neckline depends on how wide or small that you want it to be. So for me, I am marking for the width 3 inches, and then for the depth 3.5 inches. But consider that the smaller it is, the more difficult you're going to find it to pass it through your head, or else you want to attach a zipper to it. And also, you don't want your neckline to be too wide, so that by the time is under the shirt, it fits properly. So for my shoulder slope, I am going down by 1 inch, and then I'll connect it to our starting point. And as you know by now, this is for our front bodice for this jacket. And that's basically all for the front one. We are going to go ahead and cut this out. I am sorry that I don't know why I keep blocking the camera every time, but shall subscribe to my channel if you haven't. So this is after I was done cutting out the whole thing. I also cut out my back bodice. I don't know how I missed the clip, but the only thing different is just the neckline, which I went down by 1.5 inches, and then the back also is open at the center. I wanted to add my zipper allowance, but on a second thought, I wanted to add zipper to it, but on a second thought, I decided not to. But you can add yours. So I'm going to go ahead and stitch on my two neckline, the front and the back. Remember to do front facing front. And I would advise, if you want to add your zipper allowance on, if you want to add your zipper, you should use an invisible zipper. It will fit better. And as NEPA decided to mess up with the whole sewing tutorial, I decided to move to another location. And once I was done stitching the neckline, I made notches around it, and then I turned it to the right side. So once I was done with that, I'm going to also turn that zipper allowance. I decided not to add zipper to mine, so I'll go ahead and hold the zipper down this way you see me do, and I'll stitch it down to turn it to the right side. I made a mistake of folding stitching my shoulder area. Please don't stitch your shoulder at this yet. I'm going to tell you guys when to do it. So for the rope, I have 15 inches for the length, and then for the width of it, I have 4 inches. So I'll go ahead and fold it, and I have 4 pieces for it. I'll fold it into 2, and I'll stitch it just the way you see me, and I'll be leaving one side open so that we can turn it to the right side. So this is it after I was done with the back area. I told you guys that I turned it to the right side. So I'm just going to go ahead and open it up so that you guys can see how it looks. So the next thing I'm going to be doing is to work on the rope that we just stitched. So I just cut out the excesses, and then I made something like a hole on it, and I will be using my pencil to pull this to the right side. My daughter is the one that taught me this, and since then I've been enjoying this process of turning the small fabrics inside out. I'll do the same thing for every other piece of it, and you can see it, every other pieces, and you can see that was done. So we are going to go ahead and attach it to this jacket. Remember, I told you guys not to stitch on your shoulder. Please don't mind I will have to lose it afterwards, because that's where I wanted to turn this jacket from the back and the front. I'll turn it inside out from the shoulder area. So for my back area, I'll open it up. You can see it's front facing front, and I'll leave about ½ inch from the seam side so that we can able to stitch it down. I'll place my rope into it, cover it up with the other piece, and then pin it down. And I'll repeat the same process for the other side. Remember to leave ½ inch stitching allowance, and then I'm going to go ahead, cover it up, and then pin it down. So I'm going to be stitching this from my shoulder area to all around the block, because it's more like a block. So I'll stitch it all around to the other shoulder, and I'll do the same thing for the front area. Remember to add your rope before stitching it down. So you're doing back to back and then front to front. I hope you understand this. So this is it after I was done, and I turned it to the right side. You can see my shoulder is still open. So what I'm going to be doing is to do this front facing front, and then match my neckline, seam neckline, and then I'll start stitching. There will be a time that you will not be able to turn the neckline, and then you will stop. So this is my, all you have to do is to pull it and it will go in, and then hold it down this way and top stitch it. I just hope you guys understand what I'm trying to say, but when you want to stitch yours, you understand better from your experience and not from what I am saying. So I'll do the same thing for the other shoulder as well, and then I'll top stitch it. And that's it for this tie. I hope you enjoyed this video. Which of the shirt did you do you think fits more, the brown or the white one? For me, I think I prefer the brown one, the white one, sorry. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't subscribed to my channel, and I will see you in my next video. Thank you so much for watching. Oh, I keep rushing and kind of saying rubbish. And I will see you in my next video. Please wash my ass. Thank you for watching. Bye.